So you want to go on a solo cruise? I'm sure you have so many questions. Maybe you're nervous about it, but I'm here to tell you that you should definitely do it. Today I'm going to give you some tips and tricks from my own experience. Hello everyone, my name is Ben and recently I did a 13-day cruise on board the Norwegian Getaway. 13 days on a cruise ship all by myself. Was it amazing? Yes. Were there some negatives? Yes, but we're going to talk about everything today. If you want to see some live action from the cruise ship, then I made a vlog every single day while I was on board, so go and watch those vlogs after this video. But today we're going to be talking specifically about Norwegian cruise lines because they do something that most cruise lines don't do. Can you cruise solo on every single cruise line? Yes, you definitely can. Of course you can. But Norwegian does something a little bit different and it's going to save you a lot of money. Everybody that cruises solo, they have their own reasons to do it. Maybe they have no one that wanted to go with them. Maybe they just wanted to be by themselves. But in the last few years, the cruise industry has definitely been solo cruiser friendly and it's getting more and more like that, which is great, especially for people like me because I've been to over 60 countries in the world. Most of them by myself because I love traveling by myself and a lot of people don't. But cruising alone is definitely a unique experience. A lot of people hate the idea of traveling alone, having dinner alone, going to the movies alone. But I'm here to tell you it's okay. You can do it alone. You're going to have so much fun even if you go alone. Today we're going to be talking about cabins, dinner, excursions, ports, activities, everything. And like I said, we're going to specifically be talking about Norwegian cruise lines. They do something that is called single supplement. So usually every single cruise cabin is designed for at least two people. Of course, there's family cabins, but most of the cabins are designed for two people. So if I cruise on most of the other cruise lines, I'm going to pay double because I'm taking the space of two people. Of course, I'm alone, but they're going to charge me double. Norwegian has special cabins designed for one person, so I only pay for one person. Maybe it sounds crazy that you need to pay for two people even if you travel by yourself. But yes, I understand both sides because I'm taking the space of two people, but I'm also alone, so why should I pay for two people? But Norwegian Cruise Line has introduced studio cabins. This is cabins designed just for one person. I cruised on board the Norwegian Getaway and I have a whole video showing the studio cabins, that's a solo cabin, and also the studio's lounge, which is a communal area that only people staying in solo cabins can access. In the description, I'll put a link directly to that video if you would like to see the solo cabin area. It's amazing. I was extremely surprised at how accommodating the ship was for solo travelers because it's a lot of space they take up for the solo cabins. Norwegian Getaway has 59 solo cabins plus the lounge. They could fit so many cabins in there and charge people more money, but they don't do that. They accommodate solo travelers, which is great. So I highly recommend Norwegian Cruise Line. I want to be very specific when I say that the single supplement is only for the solo cabin. So for example, if I cruise with Norwegian and I get a suite or I get a balcony cabin, I'm going to be charged for the whole cabin. I only pay for one person if I'm in the one person cabin. If I want to cruise on a balcony cabin or a suite, then I can pay for the whole thing, even if I'm alone. And like I said, Norwegian does the solo cabin so well. The other cruise lines, they don't do that. So if I want to cruise on another cruise line in a double cabin, I'm going to pay double the price. So how do you find these cruises with great prices for solo travelers? I'm going to give you two sources that I have used. So vacations2go.com and also Cruise Plum. These are both great resources because it's going to tell you how much you need to pay if there is a supplement. So some cruise lines, they do offer, for example, a 150% supplement. So that means I'm going to pay for 1.5. So that means if I cruise solo, I'm going to pay for 1.5 people. So 150% of the price. But some cruise lines, they offer really, really good deals if it's just before the cruise and they haven't sold that cabin. So, because of course they don't want to leave the room empty. So some cruise lines that will give you maybe a 5%. So you're going to pay 105% or 110%. You're going to save a lot of money this way. Solo cruising is some people's worst nightmare. And I understand the anxiety and the fear because you're alone. But that's your choice. You can choose to be alone or you can choose to meet people. There's so many different ways to meet people on a cruise ship. But if you want to be alone, you can be alone the whole time if you want to. Let me tell you, the day before the cruise, the morning of the cruise, going to the port, you're going to be nervous and you're going to be anxious. But the second you step on that ship, you're going to be so excited and you're not going to care, honestly, you're not. Like I said, I'm a very experienced traveler. I've been to over 60 countries and most of them by myself. And I have to make a little confession. I can't wait to do my next cruise. Cruising was so much fun. And will I go by myself again? Yeah, I would 100% do it again. So let's talk about dining. So on my ship, the Norwegian Getaway, of course you have the buffet. So the buffet is so casual, you get your food, you sit down wherever you want to, and then when you're done, you leave. So this is a very, very good option for solo travelers, but don't limit yourself. I've heard so many other people make videos about if you're solo, just go to the buffet, but you're gonna miss out on so many specialty restaurants and so many great experiences. Did I go to the dining room every single night? Pretty much, yeah. Did I sit by myself? Yeah. Did I join other people? Yeah. It's really your choice. But if you want a quick dinner, a quick lunch, then definitely go to the buffet. Every single cruise ship is going to have a buffet. So definitely go there, get your food, sit down. Nobody is even going to look at you. Nobody cares that you're alone. Get your food, eat, and then leave. Nobody cares that you're alone. So let's talk about going to the dining room. Norwegian Cruise Line has freestyle dining. This is something that I absolutely love. So usually when you go on a cruise ship, they're going to have two different times for dinner. For example, 6:30 and 8:30. You have to choose what time you're going to dinner. You can't go at 7. You can't go at 9. You have to go at 6:30 or 8:30. But Norwegian Cruise Line, they have freestyle. You go whenever you want. If you're hungry at 6, you go to dinner at 6. If you're not hungry and wait till 9, you go to dinner at 9. It's really up to you. This is good and bad. And some people love the fact that you go to dinner at a certain time because they like to see the same people. If you cruise on another cruise line, you're going to have the same waiter. You're probably going to sit in the same place every single time you go to the dining room. You're going to sit around the same people. Some people love this, but for me, it doesn't bother me that much. So the freestyle dining, I loved it. Norwegian is very accommodating to solo travelers. Every single time I went to the dining room, the first question I ask is, would you like to sit alone or would you like to share a table? Like I said, this is completely your choice. I have no problem at all eating by myself. It doesn't bother me. People looking at me, I don't care. Life goes on. Nobody cares. Honestly, you're on a cruise ship. They don't know that you're alone. Maybe your partner is sick. Maybe the kids are in the kids club. Nobody cares, honestly. Don't worry about it. The reason I say this so passionately is a lot of people hate the fact that people are going to look at them or they're going to judge them that they're alone. Life goes on. Nobody cares. Just don't worry about it. But I chose to eat alone most of the time. And a few nights I did eat with other people. And it's definitely a hit or miss situation. It could be amazing. Oh my gosh, we have so much in common. We're from the same place. Or it could be really bad. I did have a bad experience on my cruise sitting with strangers, but it's up to you if you want to take the chance, if you want to have conversation, or you just want to sit down, eat a nice dinner, relax, and then leave. You can definitely do both. But I want to say it once again. Nobody cares that you're alone. People are going to look at you. So what? Take a book, take your iPad, do whatever you need to do if you care that much. But for me, like I said, I don't care. People are going to judge. They can think whatever they want. Maybe they think I'm the captain. Who cares? But it's definitely your choice. If you'd rather sit with people and have conversation, then you can definitely do that because they give you the option to do that. If you choose to sit on a shared table, maybe you're on a table with 4 people. Maybe you're on a table with 10 people. Everybody on that table knows that you're alone. Everybody else, they don't know. They don't know that you're not a part of that party. They don't know. But also, they don't care. I promise you they don't care. So this is a great way to meet people at dinner. How else do you meet people as a solo traveler? One great thing that they did on my ship, and I'm pretty sure they do this on every single Norwegian ship, every single day at 5 p.m. they have a solo travelers gathering at the same place, the Bliss Lounge, every single day. So if you would like to meet other people who are also cruising solo, go to this gathering. They have it every single day. The times that I went there, people were making plans together. Let's go on an excursion. Let's have dinner together. Because everybody's solo. Everybody's alone. Just be aware, because solo doesn't mean single. I spoke to some people. They were like, yeah, I'm trying to find people to... You get the idea. But just because they're cruising solo doesn't mean they're single. This comes back to don't judge people. You don't know why this person is cruising solo. You don't know that this lady's husband just died and they already had this cruise booked, but she still wanted to go. You don't know that this lady has cruised for 10 years alone. You don't know anything about these people, so don't judge them. Another great place to meet people is, of course, the bar. Just grab a drink, sit at the bar, and someone will speak to you, or you can speak to someone. It's a very, very social place to be. And being on a cruise ship is a very unique experience, like I said, because everybody's in the same boat, pun intended. Everybody's there together. Everybody's having the same experiences. No one's going to go anywhere. You know, it's not like a bar on land where you drive home, you never see these people ever again. You're going to see them again. Let me go back to that. You don't even need to drink. I didn't drink on my cruise, and I met so many great people at the bar. You know, just go and sit at the bar. If you would like to speak to someone, someone's going to speak to you. But you can meet people on the ship anywhere. The casino, the hot tubs, the swimming pool, everywhere. You can definitely meet people. But it goes back to, it's your choice. If you would like to meet people, there's definitely opportunities to. If you don't want to meet anyone, you just want to stick to yourself, which I did a lot of the times, then you could definitely do that too. Did I go a few days without speaking to anyone? Yeah, because I wasn't in the mood to speak to anyone and I wanted to do my own thing. But it's really your choice. If you'd like to meet people, so many opportunities. Just because you cruise alone, you're not going to be alone. I already mentioned the Studios Lounge. Like I said, I have a video of this in the description. It's going to showcase the studio cabin and the Studios Lounge. Every single person in that lounge is a solo traveler. Nobody else has access. I use my key card to get inside the solo cabin area, and then I can go to the Studios Lounge. This is another great place to meet people. Every single time I went there was other people there, and I know they're solo travelers. And people were making plans, people were going to dinner together, people were talking about, you know, life, because everybody's alone and people like conversation. So is Norwegian Cruise Line the only cruise line that solo travelers should cruise with? Definitely no. Like I said, you can book the VIP suite, the most expensive cabin on the whole ship, and be alone. Of course you can do that. It's going to cost you a lot of money, but there's so many options for solo travelers. If you're very lucky and you have a lot of money and you don't mind paying the supplement, you can book any cabin you want to. If I book a balcony cabin and the supplement is 200%, I can pay it. I can be alone, but I can pay for 2 people if I want to. Another great way to meet people is excursions. Of course, every single port is going to have excursions that you can book through the cruise line. This is a great way to meet people because everybody is going to the same place. Everybody's going to have the same experience. And you know for a fact that every single person is from your ship. Nobody's going to be from outside. You're all there together and you're going to go back to the ship together. This is another great way to meet people. Now let's talk about some advantages to cruising solo. One of them is there's always a seat for me at the shows and at dinner. I can absolutely guarantee you that I can find a seat 5 minutes before the show. I can show up to the theater 5 minutes before the show starts. I can find a seat right at the front. And the reason is because people usually leave a seat in between another family. You know, so someone sits down, new people come in, they usually leave a seat. That's my seat. That's the seat that I take. There's always one seat available. It's my seat. It's the same as dinner. There's always one seat available. I never, ever waited to be seated for dinner. If you have a family of 5, sometimes you're going to have to wait because they don't have 5 seats available, but there's always one seat for me. Another advantage to cruising solo is I do whatever I want. I don't have to talk to 5 people about what do you want to do, but I want to go there and I want to do this, I want to do this activity, but I want to wake up at this time. No. If I want to lay in bed until 12, wake up, go to the buffet, go back to bed, I can do that. If I want to sit in the hot tub for an hour, go and get ice cream, then go and get dinner, then get some more ice cream, I can do that. I can do whatever I want. You don't have to make plans with other people. And everybody knows what it's like when you're trying to make a plan with a family or even with a couple, you know, like one person wants to do one thing, another person doesn't want to do it. So you have to come to some arrangement. But cruising solo, you do whatever you want. And another advantage to cruising solo is you're going to grow as a person. I definitely believe that travel broadens the mind. But when you travel solo, you're alone. You have to deal with whatever happens. You're going to be stronger from this experience because you have to deal with everything by yourself. Your suitcase is broken. Guess who's dealing with it? You. Your train is late. Guess who's dealing with it? You. You have to do it by yourself. Cruising solo is definitely going to give you independence. It's definitely going to give you confidence because you did that. You did it by yourself. You did it for yourself. That was all on you. You did it. So I'm here to tell you, don't rule out cruising just because you're alone. If you can't find someone to go with or you want to go by yourself, you can definitely get great deals. Of course, I recommend Norwegian Cruise Line because they have the solo cabins. More and more ships are doing this, and I do think in the future, most cruise lines are going to have solo cabins on board. And it's a great option because who wants to pay for 2 people when you're alone? Nobody wants to do that. I know I've said it many times, but I'm going to say it one more time. Nobody cares that you're alone. Nobody is gonna make fun of you. Maybe they're gonna judge you, but who cares? You know, who cares? Life goes on. Go there, have a good time, Meet people if you want to. If you don't want to, it's okay, but just do it. Don't miss out on an experience just because you have no one to do it with. You can have so much fun. I enjoyed my cruise so much. I would 100% cruise again. Here's a quote for you. Going alone is definitely better than not going at all. I'm so glad that I did my cruise. I enjoyed it so much. Go and watch the vlogs. If you would like to follow me every single day on the cruise, I played bingo, I did the slides, I went to dinner, I did every single port, I did everything on the ship. Nothing stopped me, and I would definitely go again. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about cruising solo, if you have any questions about anything really, then definitely let me know. The cruise line vlogs are all there for you to watch. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.